Well, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are back in the headlines. Do they ever leave the headlines? This time they're claiming to be involved in a near catastrophic 2-hour car crash with aggressive paparazzi in New York City. But many people are very skeptical, including the mayor of New York City. Let's bring in the host of the Once Upon a Crime in Hollywood podcast, class action attorney Kelly Hyman. Kelly, it's great to see you. The Royals called it, as we said, near catastrophic. The NYPD said the following, quoting here, "There were numerous photographers that made their transport challenging. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex arrived at their destination, and there were no reported collisions, summonses, injuries, or arrests." And you wonder if there might be legal action pending because of some of this. Kelly, your thoughts?
Well, it's important to look at the totality of the circumstances when we look at something from a legal standpoint. So as to the paparazzi, there could be potential claims that they were driving recklessly because they were allegedly trying to endanger or harm people. And so because of that, they could potentially be charged from that. Also, there could be potential some civil ramifications because of it of intentional infliction of emotional distress, which is basically saying that there needs to be some type of intent that they intended to cause Harry and Meghan harm because they knew that they were going after them, taking a lot of photos, and because of what happened to Harry of his mom, that this caused him potential harm.
Yeah, it seems like a fair statement. The UK, I was talking today to the UK Royal reporter. His name is Neil Sean, and he had this to say about maybe a potential ulterior motive. Watch.
The bigger issue really over here is, as we now know, Prince Harry's battling for the right for royal protection back here in the United Kingdom, and one might say this kind of plays into their narrative.
Yeah, so what he's saying is, you know, look, Prince Harry is looking for a security detail here in the U.S., and maybe if they build up this big narrative, maybe they get it, and maybe there's some claim there. What do you think?
No, I think that's, an interesting argument to see that potentially because of that, that's their reason or that's their ulterior motive because they want to do that. We also have to look at this from a standpoint of invasion of privacy. So the fact that was this a potential invasion of privacy because of them, because they're a well-known public figure. However, when you're out in the public, there is potentially no right to have an invasion of privacy claim. So we're going to have to see if this potentially goes to court, or if there's any causes of action, and see what happens, Trace.
Yeah, and if it does go to court, I mean, one of the things they will do is they will play the sound from the taxi driver who took them back from the police station. And here's what he said to Piers Morgan.
For them, it was more. It was a lot more, because I had other celebrities in my cab as well, but this one, they was because they surrounded the car. They were nervous. You could see the look on their face.
He went on to say this was not really a car chase. I mean, it was maybe a little bit rattling, but not a car chase. But then you make a good point saying when you put Princess Di's situation in here, it does make for a different situation.
No, absolutely. And that's why I think it's key to look at the totality of the circumstances from the legal standpoint and see exactly what happened and see if there's any charges that are brought by the paparazzi for potentially reckless driving, or if in fact Harry and Meghan file some kind of lawsuit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Kelly Hyman, great to have you on as always. Thank you.
Thank you. Great to see you.